Hi everyone, and welcome back to Wander Freely. Today's a really special day. Well, for two reasons. One is it's the 4th of July, so
Happy 4th of July, America.
yeah, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day to our beautiful, wonderful country. It's also special because it is marking like our 1 year of being on the road. We technically left, I think it was technically June 30th. Yeah, it was like June 30th.
Well,
So we're a couple days over. Yeah, no, that's when we left home, and then we went to our parents for a couple days. But
that's
we
true.
actually,
Yeah, you're thinking
we
from
sold
when
our
we left
stuff.
Muncie in
Right, that's
June,
right.
June 30th. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
So in celebration of a whole year of being on the road, we are going to be doing a video series that lists a lot of information, some of the lessons that we've learned, some of the funny things, just some of the experiences, just to go over for the year, and also some helpful information like we're pulling together some of the financial side of it so that you'll be able to see for a whole year on the road what it actually looks like.
At least what it did for us. It's
Right.
different for everybody, but
Right.
yeah, just for
At least for us.
comparison.
And
Yeah.
what it is like for beginners who are not, who maybe like you don't have any experience and are just taking a leap of faith and trying this lifestyles. So I think that'll be helpful information. But today, just to kick off our big celebration of the year, we are going to be going over some of the statistics for the year, because this was a lot of fun to pull together, and I think you're going to find this kind of interesting, maybe surprising.
Yeah, we were surprised at some of the numbers for sure. Yeah.
So first, let me just tell you where we are. Go ahead.
Oh, so obviously you can see we're sitting on the beach. We're in Florence, Oregon, which is about halfway up the Oregon coast. And yeah, this is actually kind of a calmer day here.
Right, it's
And
been
we wanna
pretty
come out and
windy.
take advantage. Yeah, it's beautiful. The temperatures are real nice, but the wind is usually kicking pretty good. But today we're a little bit calmer.
Right, but what we were really grateful for is that we thought we would come here and just be shrouded in fog for the next few weeks, and it has
Yeah.
been nothing but sun.
We've barely seen any clouds, let alone fog.
Right, it's just
Yeah.
been windy, which is a little different, you know. I mean, it's windy on every beach, but
Yeah.
it's windy enough that it's pretty cool here. Nobody's swimming. It's not that kind of...
Yeah, nobody's sunbathing, that's for sure. But a
Yeah.
lot of people out enjoying the coast. It is still beautiful. And yeah, I think the wind is just something that they have every summer. We were talking to some locals, and this is no different from what they're used to.
Right, so that's what you can see behind us, the Pacific Ocean.
Hopefully you can hear it too, the roll of the waves.
Yeah. So let's get started. Our first, we're going to talk about campgrounds and miles and those kind of things. So road tripping, what does it look like after a full year? Statistics.
Yes.
So number of campgrounds we've stayed in.
Number of campgrounds is 66 different campgrounds. And that's individual different campgrounds. There was a couple that we stayed at more than once. I didn't count those twice, so we stayed at 66 different campgrounds. And, well, so we're saying that's over 12 months, but actually, half of November, December, and January, we were at one campground in Florida, and then we moved to Gulf Shores, Alabama, where we were at one campground. So 3.5 of those months, we were at 2 campgrounds, so that leaves 64 different campgrounds for the rest of the other 8.5 months.
8.5 months.
That's a lot
How
of movement.
many is that per week? Chris is like a mathematical genius, so I like to quiz him. Yes, you are. Figure it out. So 64 campgrounds
64
for, let's just say,
campgrounds.
8 months, just to
Well,
make
if
it
we
easy.
had 4, so 30, so basically 35 weeks, we're rounding off, and then, so almost 2 campgrounds a week.
See how he does that?
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that does.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And in California, we just came out of California, and there we were averaging 3 a week. We were flying through
If
California.
I'm not mistaken, I think we did 13 different campgrounds in California. We
Just
were
in
there
California.
for about 22 days. So
And that was enough to beat the socks out of our bank account.
That's right.
22 days and we were out, or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we slowly worked our way up, and then the last day, I think we just drove 6 hours straight to get out of the top of California.
We wanted to stay, but it's just too
It's
expensive.
just too expensive, yeah. What's next?
So out of those campgrounds, how many nights did we have a free stay?
Okay, well, yeah, separate number altogether. Looking at free nights, we had 7 nights over the course of the year that we were able to stay for free. I was actually expecting that number to be a little higher, but I think it's just because in California we did 3 nights at free places, so it just felt like we've been doing a lot of them lately. Now the free nights, that includes Walmarts, stayed at a Cabela's. We stayed overnight at a Camping World.
Oh, yeah.
Loads of fun. And we also we found a little place on the side of the road outside of Yosemite where some other folks were camping. So those are the types of free nights we're talking about. And we had 7 of them.
Which is low. We need
It's
to
just
work
low.
on that.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
tells you that you could do a lot more and save some extra money
Yeah, you could.
if you were so inclined.
Yeah, and it's even easier for folks with like the motorhome style RVs that have the
Right.
generators where, I mean, Walmart stays, other than the fact that you're in a Walmart parking lot, you don't really notice much of a difference because everything's running off your generator, and they're just a little bit more friendly for boondocking. So
Which we don't have any. We didn't
we
buy
don't have
into
any of that stuff.
yet.
So we really try and use it as a last resort.
Right. Okay. Let's go to mileage.
Let's talk some mileage.
So to get to all those campgrounds. Oh wait. First do the states, because I think that helps to put the miles in perspective.
Yeah.
So how many states did we travel through?
29 different states.
29 in a year.
And in a few days we're going to be in Washington, which will be 30. But
so that's
all
going to
right.
be 30.
29 different states in a year.
Nice. Okay, so now to get to all those states, what is the miles? We're going to break it down for you.
2 different numbers.
Miles towed. So just the miles that we towed and gliding.
12,334 towed miles.
Wow. Now add to that all of the miles that we've traveled, and all of the things that we've seen, and the grand total for 1 year on the road is
24,633 miles. Wow. And out of those 24,600 miles, how many did Jenny drive? I had to estimate this one, but I think it's pretty close.
Go ahead.
200.
He estimated 200.
And I was being a little generous, I think.
Yeah, I just don't drive. But we've mentioned this before. Chris loves to drive.
I do.
I love to look out the window, so
Yes.
it's a good combination.
And when she, like, the whole thing is, oh, well, don't you want to break from driving? When she takes over driving, it's more stressful for me. And she's a good driver. But as soon as she, like, throws it in drive, the monologue starts.
I get chatty.
And, like, she'll just kind of give me the play-by-play of her entire driving experience. So there's not really any nap time or anything like that. So it just, we know the way it works.
Whereas
well. And
when he drives,
we're good at it.
I sit and work on the blog. I usually do some writing, and I read, so
Yeah.
I'm quiet. So he,
Yeah, actually
most of
driving
those
is
miles
incredibly
are-
peaceful for
yeah.
me.
unless I'm the one driving, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah.
We did the states, we did the miles.
In
Okay.
those states, how many national parks have we seen?
We've seen 17, we've been to 17 national parks, which when I was looking at the map and counting all those up, there's not too many that we missed. But in the states that we've been, of course, there's other ones, you know, throughout the country, but really, most of them are in the western part of the country, which was interesting. And we've really only missed a few in the states that we've been in. National parks have been great.
So I'm gonna read through them super fast.
Oh, all
Great,
right.
Great Smoky Mountains, Big Bend, Carlsbad, Caverns, sorry, Petrified Forests, Saguaro, Grand Canyon, Sequoia, Kings Canyon, Yosemite, Crater Lake, Yellowstone, Grand Tetons, Zion, Bryce, Canyonlands, Arches, Badlands.
Wow.
Black
Great list.
Black Hills aren't a national park?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not
So that also doesn't include all the national monuments, state parks, national forests, other things that we've seen.
Yes.
So, how many times in all that traveling have we crossed a time zone?
So 7 times, going back and forth, 7 different times. Well, not 7 different time zones. We've crossed time zones 7 times.
And the number of times that we have crossed the Mississippi, which is that's a fun thing for people on the East Coast. I think it's fun to cross the Mississippi.
Yeah, this is fun. So we've crossed it 3 times, and we did it in 3 different locations. First one was,
St. Louis, Mo,
then coming back, we went through Davenport, Iowa.
and then Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful to see a river and be able to see it at all those different locations. You know, such an iconic river like the Mississippi.
Yeah.
The number of blog posts, so we're going to get to the tech side here a little bit. I counted them up this morning. It's 137 blog posts. And the number of videos we've had on our YouTube channel are 69, and this one is number 70. Not bad for people who are just trying to figure out how to put one on.
Yeah, really.
So, we only have like 2 statistics yet.
Hold on.
left.
The breakdowns.
Oh, the breakdowns. Go ahead.
Number of breakdowns, for the whole year,
Sorry.
for the whole year, only 3, which I think has been a real blessing. We had, and one was, I could barely even count it because we broke down at the campground that we were staying at for a while. The alternator went, and then we had the 2 trailer tire blowouts, one in El Paso and one in Albuquerque. So, hey, for what, 12,300 miles towing and a whole year, 3 breakdowns, that's good stuff.
Right.
We could deal with that, no problem.
Right, and the interesting thing is, in each of those 3 instances, we met really wonderful people
Yes.
and had a great experience overall.
Yeah, completely true.
I mean, you met
Really.
even the alternator. Those guys at the garage were hysterical, and they just loved Chris. I
Oh
mean, it
yeah,
was
we
just-
wound up spending 3 or 4 hours there because they had to get the part and then put it in, and it was a small shop, so I was just kind of hanging out with them the whole time and was actually just working with them as they were, doing everything. And yeah, we just had a great conversation, a really good time, and pretty much every case, there was people that offered like, hey, keep in touch, and and in some cases we have. Yeah, it's fun the way those opportunities present themselves.
Yeah, and I think it's when you're able to put people in your life in front of what's going on and the circumstances, which is a big part of the reason that we wanted to RV. You're able to come out of even bad experiences with such an enjoyment. There's a joy in the experience. Even breakdowns, you have a joy in the experience of meeting people and sharing time with them.
Yeah, they can wind up being really fulfilling experiences.
Right.
Ours always were, yeah.
Okay. The public restrooms used. I would like to forget every single one. There is way more than I would ever like to count. Every once in a while I kind of laugh when we stop at a gas station or something, and I'm like, oh my word, I never thought I'd use this many public restrooms in my entire life.
And those
let
are the
alone
nice ones, Then you
all
get
of-
into the national parks or state parks where there's no plumbing, so, they're glorified porta potties.
Uh,
And in the busy season, well, you can do the math.
the number of porta potties is stunning in
yeah.
24,000 miles.
Composting needs a certain amount of time to actually work. And I just...
All right, enough. Okay, and finally we just
Oh, wait. I thought of
Yeah.
one other thing, not to stay on the bathroom topic, but this is a good one. And it's a number that varies greatly between us. Number of campground bathrooms used over this whole year.
for me,
For you.
Matt, 0. That cracks Chris up. I always
That's
use.
dedication. I mean, that's
I
not
always
easy.
shower on Aunt Gladdy. Yep,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Whereas the place that we're staying at, it's a nice bathroom and a nice shower, I will take advantage. A nice long hot shower, that is a treat.
Yeah. And finally, we have the number of memories made, and that is impossible to count,
Yeah.
but it is certainly going to be enough that when we're in our 80s, Lord willing, one day sitting on our rocking chairs out on the porch holding hands, and we forget each other's names, but we will remember all the things that we've seen and experienced.
Yeah, the many wonderful miles covered, and yeah, the experiences have been great.
The people that we've met
Yeah.
and become friends with, and the smell of the sequoias and the sound of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. It really has. It has been so much of a joy sharing it, being able to do that. Yeah, it's just so many things that we'll remember the rest of
Right.
our lives.
We're just so grateful to be able to share it, and we're so grateful for all of you who have given us support and feedback and
Yeah.
cheered us on and been
Really
praying
means a
for
lot.
us.
Yeah, it really means a lot.
It does.
Yeah,
So there's more information to come, and
I think that's it for this one.
thanks for watching.
Thanks.